The following video is brought to you by Vault. Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored by Vault, although I wish I was. 12 cases. This is a real Vault t-shirt, but no, actually North Carolina's kind of discontinuing Vault altogether. They're no longer bottling it, so I made sure to get as many as I could while I can. Anyways, this isn't about Vault. This is the end of the year video for me. Last year I held a montage video to pretty much proclaim all that I was planning on doing for 2010. This year, since I haven't had a hiatus and I'm still constantly active, I decided to do things a little bit differently in that I'm just going to review what I've done over the year and then explain what I have planned for the following year. That's not saying that I'm done for 2010. I still have some more things I have left to do, like one more set of each video game that I'm active on, Sly 2, Ratchet 2, Maximo, and Infamous, and then I have the Custom Quest DLC to do on Christmas. But I decided to just, like I said, do things a little bit differently this year, so I'm just going to explain and give a brief review of all the games I've done this year, recorded in LP at least. Not going to count the games I haven't recorded, like Kirby's Epic Yarn or Donkey Kong or any of those games. First on my list was Little King Story. Easily my longest LP this year, and more than likely going to be my longest LP ever. Managed over 25 hours of that game. And I don't think I'm going to even come close to beating that with any other game I ever do. It was a great game, though. I mean, I love the whole Pikmin-esque style, and I wish more games would pick that up, but sadly they don't. And what's even worse is the fact that the company actually went bankrupt, so chances of a Little King Story 2 are kind of low. After that, we have Tokobon, a game that I did earlier this year. I kind of complained about it a bit during the recording, but truth be told, it wasn't really as bad as I explained it was, or as I let on. A lot of that was just over-exaggerations. The Blue Rooms from Hell, while annoying, weren't as bad as I explained them to be. It was still a decent game, but the characters themselves were stupid as hell. I mean, come on. What does Launch-A-Bomb do? Ooh, a poem! What is this? Classic lines. Next we have Cameo. That actually started, that was my first game that I had done that had been LP'd before on YouTube. Typically all my other games had been never before seen on YouTube, and that was the first time I did something that had been publicized before, so kind of interesting. Enjoyed the game a lot. Not a fan of the ending, though. I mean, that was extremely easy, and the whole cliffhanger thing left off to a sequel. Then there were a few other things in the game, like a hidden door, that kind of said there was going to be another game, but nothing. They were the same developers who made Banjo-Kazooie, I believe, so they kind of got busy with other projects, but still, it would have been nice if they continued that with some more content. After that, we have Darksiders, which still to this day remains my most actively watched LP that I've ever done. Which is kind of funny due to the fact that there were so many complaints during those videos, I ended up changing my style of commentary. Now I edit things a lot more now. It was still one of my most favorite games to LP this year, though. And 2012, 2013, whenever the sequel comes out, I am definitely LPing that. To hell with the haters. After that, I did Bowser's Valley, which was an amazing ROM hack. I mean, the person who made it just put so much work into it, and it was so thought out that I couldn't believe a lot of the things that I saw. Not sure if the guy made any other ROM hacks. I haven't seen any others, at least, but the guy definitely showed a lot of promise. After that, I did Mark of Cree, which, truth be told, was kind of a disappointing game. I mean, I don't have a problem with stealth games like Sly Cooper and the like, but I just couldn't get into the game that much, and add into the fact that I had save data corruption and a few other problems that kept me from playing the game. It just kind of really lagged on for me, despite the fact that it was so short, too. It was only like maybe 4 hours long. Now, I have heard that the sequel, which I will be doing maybe next year, Rise of the Kasai, I have right here, is supposed to be better, but, we'll see. see, what else did I do this year? Oh, yeah, Mini Ninjas. That, to some degree, that was actually a forgettable game. There wasn't really much to it. There was a lot of things to collect, but it just wasn't that great of a game. I remember that the final boss was pretty hard, but the rest of it was kind of easy. After I finished with that, I believe I started up Rocket Robot on Wheels, the same people who made, or it was made by the same people who did the Sly Cooper series, and then Infamous. It was their first ever project, and it was a classic N64 platformer. I really enjoyed that. Upgrades and everything. Collectathon. Not really much else to say though, just I really enjoyed the game and wish it was a little bit longer, but I can understand the limits because it was on the N64. But it was a nice introduction to the Sucker Punch Studios. Now after that I did, I believe, Fairy Tale Fights, and aside from the bloodshed, there wasn't anything to the game. It was really short, really boring, and just glitch fest, pretty much. I mean, there were so many platforming problems in the game with the camera and everything else that it just was not enjoyable at all. They could have done so much more. I mean, the concept itself was amazing, but the delivery, not so much. Who knows, maybe someone else will try their hand at a fairy tale fighting action-adventure game that won't suck. And then from there I went on to Sly Cooper, which I really enjoyed. That's got to be one of my favorite platformers that I've ever played, up there with Jak 1. The only thing I didn't like about that game was the time attack mode. Other than that, I love the hell out of it. If I were to do a top 10 list, that would be up there. Banjo-Kazooie, Sly Cooper, Ark the Lad. Those definitely make it in the top 10 every time. And then speaking of awesome platformers, from there I went on to Ratchet and Clank 1, which I had a blast with thanks to all those mini weapons to choose from. Now I didn't get to use all the weapons because I didn't have enough money, but, at the very end of the game I still got to show them off, which kind of made me wish I had gotten some different weapons during my playthrough. And despite how forgiving some people are, I have not yet forgiven Captain Quark for what he did to me, so we'll see how we deal with him in Ratchet and Clank 2, which I should be continuing later this month and then beginning of 2011. Okay, next on the chopping block we have the L Collection, which was another classic made by Lugma Lord. A great ROM hack which I had a blast doing, and thankfully he is working on another one, so I am eagerly anticipating that. But then again, he is working with a few other people, so I will have to wait for them to finish their levels as well. And then from there we go on to Costume Quest, which I managed to record and upload all in a single day on Halloween. The only thing, well, there was two things I had wrong with that game. First off, the lack of voice acting, which wasn't a big deal, but it just meant I had to pull double duty doing voice acting for the entire game, which was a strain on my throat. And my delivery of the lines wasn't as great as they could have been had they been done by a professional actor. So there's that. And then, it's not really a bad thing, but it was repetitive. But then again, it is an RPG, and most RPGs are repetitive, so not really to blame on the game, just the whole genre itself. Still loved it though, and I cannot wait to do the Costume Quest DLC, Grubbins on Ice, which I should be uploading on Christmas Day. And then finally we have Enslaved, which, oh, the issues that game had. The camera issues, trip early on in the game, the countless audio glitches in the game, the platforming failures just all around the game, whoa. But despite all of that, if you can get past that, the game was amazing. I simply loved it, and I wouldn't say that I was angry with the glitches, just pretty much disappointed because they distracted from the overall game, which was outstanding. And there goes my cat. He actually invaded earlier on in the video, and I had to edit that out, and maybe I'll put it at the end of this video as bloopers or outtakes or something. Anyways, but that's all I've done for this year. And now, on to next year. Now, first and foremost, I don't really mind taking recommendations for games, but I have so many games queued up that I need to do and take care of that if you do recommend a game, odds are I'm not going to get to it for a long time if I even do it. So, do keep that in mind if you do decide to recommend me a game. Now, Sly 2. I'm actually working on this now, so I will continue it into the next year. But, after I finish with Sly 2, if I can find the game, here it is, I will be going on to Sly 3. Now, the thing about Sly 3 is that if I manage to get the Sly Cooper Collection, the PS3 HD thing, excuse me again, I will be doing Sly 3 in HD on the PS3. But if I don't manage to get the Sly Collection in time, I do have this backup. I will be doing it on the PS2 at least. But I do know a lot of people have been looking forward to and have been wanting me to do it in HD, so there is that. Now, after I finish Sly 2 and 3, I will be going on to the tie games, tie 1, tie 2, and tie 3. So that's going to take me in for quite a while into 2011. Also, I'm still working on Ratchet and Glank 2. Find the game. But it's simply rental. I don't really own the game, just Gamefly, renting it from them. Now, after I finish Ratchet and Glank 2, I obviously will be going on to Ratchet and Glank 3, Up Your Arsenal, 4, Deadlock, 5, Size Matters, and Secret Agent Clank. The future trilogy all depends on whether or not I can get Quest for Booty for less than $15, because truth be told, I'm not a fan of paying $15 for a 3-hour game. Price goes down, I'll buy it, and then I'll do the future trilogy. Now, after that, sorry. Now, I am also working on Maximo still, which, after I finish Maximo, which may be a while because this game is murder, a real pain in the ass, really difficult, it's killing me, I'll be going on to Maximo 2, obviously. Now, I haven't really decided what I'll be doing after Maximo 2, though. I'm debating whether or not I want to just drop down to 3 active games, or just hold a poll for the viewers to decide which game I'm going to do next. But if I'm going to hold a poll, I want to hold a big poll. Cue the "that's what she said" jokes. Now, most of the games that I have an idea of doing have already been shown during the my collection update video that I did a while back. But just to remind you, if I do hold a poll, these will pretty much be the games, well, that was a little bit loud, that will be the options. Asterix and Obelix, Brave, Search for the Spirit Dancer, Dr. Muto, Finny the Fish, Genji, Haven, I Ninja, Legend of K, oh, don't want to show that one yet, Malice, Musashi, Rough Trigger, Scalar, Sphinx, Spray, Tornado Outbreak, Vex, Whiplash, or a game I just recently got, which will probably end up getting a lot of votes on the poll. Where did it go? There it is. 3D Dot Game Heroes. Just recently got this game, so if I do hold a poll, I expect this game to get very high votes. But, you know, there are these 19 games total. We'll see. May end up getting a few more games before I finish Maximo 2, so... Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. And then, finally, I am still working on Infamous. 6 months into this game, and I am still only halfway done. That's a very bad sign. And Infamous 2 is probably supposed to be coming out late next year. I really hope to finish it by then. Kind of a running joke, but at this rate, I really am wondering how long it's going to take me to finish this game. But after I do finish it, I'll be going on to another morality game, Disney's Epic Mickey. That's right. After Infamous, I will be doing Disney's Epic Mickey. So you can look forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. I really want to do it now, but I really got to finish these other projects first. And just so you know, I may still throw in random games. These are not the only games I'm going to be doing. Kind of like how I threw in Enslaved for the month of December, Costume Quest for Halloween, and Costume Quest Grubbins on Ice for Christmas. I can still throw in random games during the time that I'm LPing these active ones. But like I said, recommendations, if I do end up doing them, may take a while to get to. I do want to thank a few people, though. I mean, over the year, there have been a lot of supporters for me. I mean, the constant viewers who've been sticking with me despite all my delays. But more specifically, QPZMWN for helping me with my background, because without him, I just have a dull black basic background, but thanks to him, he made this amazing Christmas background for me that I was speechless when I saw. And it looks from the comments that it's got a lot of support from you, the viewers, as well. And that's just for the Christmas background. I mean, I can't even begin to thank you for keeping my background updated all year long. Next, I'd like to thank Joseph V. Stalin, who had a competition earlier this year for new and upcoming LPers. I submitted my Little King Story LP to him, and he, advertised it. And thanks to him, I did get some new subscribers. So thank you for that. That really helped me out. And then finally, Game Anyone, I'd like to thank them because I am uploading my stuff to their website. And it's a very nice place to go when you're looking for a specific game. They have pretty much every single game you can think of LP'd. And for games that aren't LP'd, you can put in a suggestion for those to be done. But it's an amazing website. I definitely recommend at least checking it out. I'm not going to become a director on that website, though, because it just requires a lot, and I just can't do that. I'm not active enough. Sorry, but it is still an amazing website. Definitely recommend checking it out. And before this video ends, I would like to show something as a bit of a statistic type thing for those who are into that. Pretty much showing off what all I've done this year. All the videos on the exact days I've uploaded them for anyone who cares. Kind of an interesting thing. I've been keeping track of it all year long. So, just a calendar type thing of all I've done over the year. Enjoy. So again, I thank you for your support all throughout the year, and have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. Adios. I'm being invaded before I can even start my video. Tiggy. Say hello to the camera. Where's that game at? Here it is. I'll be doing... Well, he wants to see it too. I'll be doing Sly 3, and if I somehow get the Sly Cooper collection in time, then I'll be doing Sly 3 in HD off of that. Ratchet and Glank 2, just simply a rental from Gamefly, and after I finish it, I'll be going on to Ratchet 3, 4, 5, and there goes my cat jumping off of my crotch.